Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning, everyone. By the looks on your faces, I can tell everyone is 100% satisfied with this bill. I'm a child of the 80s. I grew up watching He-Man, Different Strokes, Facts of Life, 8 is Enough. I even had a Sony Walkman. Came with a complete shoulder strap, one of the first in my neighborhood. It was good times. One of the other products from the 80s that I loved was the Rubik's Cube. Actually, I hated it. I hated that thing. Someone would mix it up and I'd spend hours and hours. I could never figure it out. Eventually, I ended up giving up and I'd either break the thing apart and put it back together, or I'd just remove the stickers and realign them till I got them all balanced. I'll get back to that in a second. It's been decades since the legislature approved a redistricting plan that was signed by the governor and enacted into law. This week's redistricting agreement represents the first step toward eliminating a century of legislative futility. It is the product of hours and hours and hours of negotiations between the redistricting co-chairs, and is an excellent example of how Democrats and Republicans can work together for the people of Oregon. I'm specifically proud of the legislators that sat on the redistricting committees, both the House and the Senate. I'm especially proud of the good representative from Lake Oswego. All of us set aside the bitter partisan acrimony that has derailed so many proposed redistricting plans in the past. We traveled across the state and we took and listened to hours of testimony from average citizens, civic leaders, and the current and former legislators who know their communities very well. The process was not easy at all. It was never pretty, but we listened to each other's concerns and focused on areas where we could all agree. I'm the first one to admit that this is not a perfect plan. I admit it. I think we could have come up with 60 perfect individual House district plans and 30 perfect individual Senate plans, but eventually they'd have to come together and fit together, which is nearly impossible. This was the ultimate Rubik's Cube to figure out. In some instances, we were able to figure out parts of the puzzle, but in other instances, like I had to do with my Rubik's Cube when I was a kid, had to peel the stickers off and move them around to figure it out. It's been said that a designer knows he has achieved perfection not when there is nothing left to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. I think that when we hit that point in these negotiations is when we determined that we had a consensus. The redistricting plan is a significant accomplishment. 60 years in the making. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it is acceptable. I urge your aye vote. Thank you.